Peter's defense before the Sanhedrin, particularly his famous declaration in Acts 4 verses 19 to 20, laid a foundational principle that has echoed throughout church history. The confrontation between the apostles and the Sanhedrin in Acts 4 was not just a legal skirmish. It was the formal establishment of the early church's relationship with ruling authorities. The single most significant long-term impact is the principle established by the apostles' reply. Whether it is right in the sight of God to listen to you rather than to God, you must judge, for we cannot but speak of what we have seen and heard. Acts 4 verses 19 to 20. This declaration became the biblical foundation for the right of conscience to defy unjust or ungodly human law. It sets the precedent that when a human law, like the Sanhedrin's command not to preach, directly conflicts with a clear divine command, like the Great Commission to preach, believers must choose to obey God rather than men. Throughout centuries of persecution, Roman Empire, the Reformation, modern totalitarian regimes, this principle has been the rallying cry and justification for Christians who chose imprisonment, torture, or death rather than renounce their faith or cease their witness. The Sanhedrin, composed of the most educated and powerful religious leaders in Judaism, expected to intimidate the uneducated common men. Acts 4 verse 13. The opposite occurred. The apostles' unexpected courage and eloquence were recognized by the leaders as evidence that these men had been with Jesus. Acts 4 verse 13. This demonstrated that true spiritual power transcends worldly learning or status. Upon their release, the church did not pray for safety or the destruction of their enemies. They prayed for greater boldness to continue speaking the word of God. Acts 4 verses 29 to 31. This set a key pattern for the church facing opposition. Peter's defense included one of the most exclusive and foundational statements in Christian theology. And there is salvation in no one else, for there is no other name under heaven given among men by which we must be saved. Acts 4 verse 12. This single, clear declaration confirmed to the early church and to all succeeding generations that the core of their message, the only means of salvation, was the person and work of Jesus Christ. It provided a non-negotiable theological anchor for the rapidly spreading faith. It is all about Jesus. Glory be to God. Follow and subscribe for more.